are downsizing, we are giving away, and we are selling 90% of our stuff so that we can be free to travel around the world. In the last few years, we have been on the road between 200 and 240 days a year, and we thought, why are we paying a mortgage on a house that we're never in? Let's just free ourselves to be marriage missionaries so we can go around the world.
So as part of our big adventure in life, we're going to change where we live. We've been living at home, but we're out on the road so much. We're like, a slow year for us is 200 days out on the road. So we got to thinking, why are we living in conventional housing? So we have made the decision to move to a boat. And a lot of people have asked, Bill, why are you moving to a boat? Well, there's a couple of reasons. First of all, it sounds fun. And we're moving to take care of my aging parents, and that's a tough thing to do. It's just gonna be a lot of work taking care of them, and I'm glad to do it, but I knew that Pam and I needed some kind of a fun adventure to go along with the responsibility. And second, I'm not sure if it's a blessing or a curse, but I'm good with my hands. I'm good with mechanical things. I'm good at repairing things. I understand how engines work. I understand woodworking. And so it makes sense for me that I could tackle the challenge of living on a boat. And so we're going to be scaling down our life so that we can travel more.
Right, because every day you live the legacy that you want to leave. And so we're downsizing, we are giving away and selling about 90% of the things that we own so we can be free to chase the dream and the calling that God has placed on us for life's second half. Hey, my friends are here helping me downsize Midlife Adventures. So how do you know when to let go of something? Here's our advice.
When you haven't used it in over a year, and you're really sick and tired of it. When you don't even know what is in the box.
When digital is better than paper. When it belongs to someone else.
And if it doesn't bring you joy and you have to pay to move it, get rid of it. Thanks, enjoy your midlife adventure. Hey all, part of that crazy midlife adventure is downsizing, and when you downsize, you have to downsize your closet first. And giving away some of those clothes that you don't really need anymore. We're moving on to a boat, so this is about how big my closet's going to be. Yeah, 24 inches. So I have to be very strategic on what I get to take on the boat. So I want only things that I'm going to really use. So when you're going through your closet, there are a few tips that I learned from my friend Jill Swanson. She helps you look simply beautiful and get out the door in 15 minutes. And she was standing in my closet a few years ago, and I learned some things from her, and summarize it in that. First thing, look at frequency. How often do you really wear that thing, that wonderful outfit that you're holding in your hand? I live in Southern California, and not a huge need for me to have 7 coats, so I can free some of them up to bless somebody else. Or maybe the fit. Check the fit. Maybe there are things in your closet that are too big, you lost weight, yay, celebrate, or too small, don't feel bad, just bless somebody else with them, you don't need it anymore. Or maybe fashion. Check out the fashion. When was this in style? Yeah, I think that I look like my 87-year-old grandmother if I wear that. So we can free that up to bless an 87-year-old grandmother. So check the fashion. Is it even in style anymore? Or is it fatigued? Is that outfit falling apart? This is going to be hard. It's my favorite swimsuit cover-up I've worn for 15 years, but yeah, might have to just let it go, release it. And then check out if it is focused. Is it your color? Is it your style? Yeah, very California workout kind of girl. So this is my style, this is my color. There's lots of great places to find out your colors. Again, my friend Jill Swanson, she can help you figure out what color and what style and fit looks best on you, because those are clothes that you want to keep. So be encouraged. It's okay to release and free up some of your clothes to look great on other people. So much paper. This crazy midlife adventure and downsizing, moving, oftentimes those are all things that happen to you in midlife. and it makes you feel like you are being shredded because there's so much to do. But one of the things you do have to handle is your paper. How much paper did we get rid of, hon?
Oh, this is really embarrassing. I hate to even admit it to all of you, but not counting the stuff we're shredding right now, at the recycling area, they have bins out for recycled paper. We filled 2.5 bins of recycled paper.
So you have more paper than you think you have. Now we have a
Can
ministry
anybody out there
too.
tell me why we were storing that much paper?
I mean, and it was paper from before things went digital, and our whole goal now in this whole midlife.
Really important.
Yeah, things we hadn't seen, for 25 years. But you'll have to go through your papers and, decide on what things to keep. Like, I'm not going to shred, like, our books. No, might give those away or sell them, but I'm not going to shred those. And find those important papers, like your birth certificates and things that show that you actually do own your house and you have paid your taxes, those kind of things. But release the rest. If it has any kind of a number on it, a phone number, an address, or a dollar amount, you probably want to shred all those kind of things. But you'll feel so much lighter, believe me, when you shred.
That's right. So if you're getting ready to downsize, throw a shredding party.
A tisket, a tasket, a red and, natural basket. And there's hundreds of them, it feels like right now. We're trying to downsize, and it's not like I ever had a lot of money. I got all my baskets on sale, and they all had a use at the time I bought them, but now there seems to be hundreds of them, and they multiply at night. I tell you, downsizing is a little bit of a challenge these days when you have to release some of your beloved baskets. But you know what? The dream ahead is more important than the baskets in hand. God bless you. Hi, we are here making decisions on this midlife adventure of ours, and this was a hard one because this is from our 25th wedding anniversary. Why don't you tell them what it is, honey?
But we had everybody in our family got a different color sand, and we created this sand sculpture by taking turns pouring sand into it. So just as every family's unique, and our family has its own unique characteristics, this is a unique sand sculpture. But we know in the move, this is all going to get jostled around, and
so it's not really going to look like a sculpture when it arrives at the destination. So we're actually
look more like the beach after a windstorm.
So we actually are needing to release this memory and just take a picture and remember that wonderful day of our 25th anniversary when we went to Talbot Seminary, to the chapel there, and had all of our family come, and we celebrated 25 years together. Today I was invited to spend the afternoon with 15 of the next generation leaders, and as somebody with a heart for mentoring, my mentee, once mentee, Arlene Pelican, now famous author, 5 books, and you've probably seen her on Good Morning America. She picked me up and we drove together, and on the way up she heard all of what God is doing about our downsizing and moving us to care for Bill's parents and run the ministry from up there near Channel Islands, and maybe we might move on to a sailboat. And she caught the emotion of all of this, and unbeknownst to me, she prayed in her mind, Lord, let today have some kind of a sailboat sail by Pam to encourage her. And we were sharing around the circle, and there was only one artist that came to this collective of creative women. And at the end, she gave away prints, and the sweetheart, it was a sailboat. That's right. And so God sent a beautiful artist to share her work with me, to encourage me along life's path. And if God cares enough to send me an hour out of my direction to give me a postcard about a sailboat that may be in our future, He cares about you and your midlife adventure too. Hey, next installment of the Midlife Adventures. See all this stuff behind us? Yep. Oh yeah. The
It
power
took friends.
that's right, friendship.
The problem with downsizing is you're too attached to all your stuff, and so it takes you too long. But when friends come over, they just get stuff done.
Right, they're not as emotionally attached, and so if you're somebody who's really sentimental, we encourage you to have your friends over and have a goodbye stuff party,
Right.
and a hello, let's fix it up renovation party, and a lot can get done in just a 5-hour block. We handled a ton of stuff.
And if you're just entering midlife, make some really good friends because you're going to want to have them later on.
You're going to need it for a lot
Yeah,
of
you are.
reasons, for emotional support, spiritual support, and practical support. So enjoy your midlife adventure.
And thanks for friends. Again, our big dream is to help as many people as we can have successful relationships. And in order to do that, we have to be out. In fact, you can see in the background, there's a hotel here in the background because we spend most of our year in hotel rooms. Like people have asked, isn't the boat going to get kind of small for you and Pam? And I keep telling people, well, the boat's a lot bigger than a hotel room. And what we've discovered is that more is caught than taught in people's lives. That our theme verse is 1 John 4:19, which says, we love because he first loved us. And we've discovered that when we get out and demonstrate the love that God has given us for each other, other people catch it. And we want to spend more time helping people catch this love that's possible when you add God's wisdom to your relationships. And we want to train other people to pass it on to others. And so part of our adventure is getting into as many of these hotels as we can so that we can help other people live love lives.